Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Have you ever denied Christ? Have you ever put down your cross? And have you ever followed people over following Christ? Don't do that. Matthew 16:24 reads like this. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me." Now, that is what Jesus said. He said to his disciples, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow me. Now, in these times and in times of difficulties, it's so easy to lean on our own understanding. And the Bible tells us not to do that. We know it tells us that in another passage, lean not on your own understanding. But Jesus is saying here, if we want to follow him, we must deny ourselves. You see, the flesh is always in conflict with the spirit. This is why the Bible tells us to put down the flesh. The flesh will do everything it can to have us turn our back on Christ, deny him. The flesh will grow weary. The flesh will be fatigued. The flesh will become tired and exhausted. But this is why we must deny ourselves, pick up our cross, and follow Jesus. Has there been times in your life when you felt a Holy Ghost prompting and you know it is of the Lord? I don't know. Let me just give you an example. Have you been walking through the park or through the supermarket? Have you been in the cinema? Have you been in the vaccine queue? Have you been walking your dog in that 1 hour or taking your children out and you've just felt a prompting to speak to someone? And all of a sudden, the flesh has got in. So you haven't denied yourself. You've denied Jesus because the flesh comes in. You haven't picked up your cross. You've dropped your cross. And you haven't followed him. You followed your own unction, your own feelings, your own fear. And this is why I believe that we can miss so many, if not all of the greatest blessings God has for us. Because if we don't deny ourselves, therefore, if the flesh isn't put down, the flesh is reigning. And if the flesh is reigning, Christ can no longer reign in our life. The Bible tells us we can't serve two masters. I believe that's in Matthew 6, round about verse 24. Don't quote me on that, okay? I haven't got it written down in front of me. It's just come to me. I could be wrong. But I know the Bible tells us in Matthew that we cannot serve two masters. So we can't serve the flesh and Jesus. So we must deny ourselves. Now, denying ourselves could look like this. Not asking Jesus to bless our plans, but asking us to be blessed within his plans. We come to the Lord for him. He has plans, Jeremiah 29:11, for these are the plans I have for you, are plans to prosper you and not harm you, to give you a hope and a future. The plans he has for us. We don't have plans for the Lord, okay? The Lord has plans for us. So we must deny ourselves, pick up our cross, the finished works of the cross, so that there is no distance between you, me, and the very cross that we've picked up. It's not pick up your cross occasionally, then wander off and work it all out on your own, then come to the conclusion that you can't work it out on your own, then backtrack 6 months of your life or my life to pick up the cross, to say sorry, and then walk again, denying ourselves for a couple of weeks until that mistake has somehow evaporated, and then we move forward. The Bible doesn't tell us to do that. Jesus said, if any of you want to be my disciples, if any of you want to be my disciplined ones, first of all, you must deny yourself. So he's speaking to me, he's speaking to you, he's speaking to whoever wants to be a disciple of Jesus's. So we must deny ourselves, we must pick up the cross, and we must take the cross with us, and that we must follow Jesus. So I want to ask you, what does it look like following Jesus? Is it just really your life, you getting on with things, me getting on with things, and occasionally we come to a hurdle or an obstacle or a chasm and we just ask the Lord to bridge it or to remove it, and then we just continue again, happily on our way until another storm comes and we ask Jesus to speak to that? Or are we actually in the boat of Jesus? Are we actually in the ark of Christ? And have we pulled up the sails and asked the Holy Ghost, the Spirit, to lead us? We must put down the flesh and pick up the cross. Whatever is conceived of the flesh gives birth to the flesh. Whatever is conceived of the Spirit gives birth to the Spirit. So I ask you, are we putting down the flesh daily? I'm speaking to myself because let me allow you into certain things of my life. There has been many things that I have thought have been great ideas, and I've actually thought they were God's ideas, but actually they kind of turn to rust. They kind of turn to dust and evaporate. A storm comes and blows them away. They were never God, but I thought they were. They were just my plans. They were just my ideas. They were just my organizing. They didn't last. As a matter of fact, they didn't even really start. And if they did, they fell flat on their face. But everything the Lord builds, his church, I will build my church, and not even the gates of hell will prevail. So we follow the one who is the true wise builder, who is the cornerstone, who is the foundation, that everything he builds is within and on himself. It's not on us. He doesn't build on us. He builds on his foundation. So I want to ask you, what does your day today look like? Are you denying yourself, or are you denying Christ? Have you picked up your cross daily, or are you avoiding it? And are you following him, or are you following your own family's needs? I want you to know that if you follow Jesus, all your needs will be met. Maybe not your wants. I have a few wants and they just don't seem to be getting met. But all my needs are met. All of them. He will meet our needs. Of course, we have wants. I don't know. Your want could be you want a 20-foot yacht, 100-foot yacht. Your want could be you want a brand new expensive watch. I don't know. But yes, the Lord can provide them. But I'm convinced the Lord is more concerned of our needs than our wants. That's not to neglect and not to say that God doesn't care about all of them. Of course he does. He's our Father and he loves his children. He knows how to give good gifts. But I believe his gifts are gifts of peace, gifts of self-control, joy, life, health, those kind of things. But I just want to ask you as a brother, are you following Jesus? Are you following him truly? I'm speaking to myself. I'm auditing myself within the scriptures. Andrew, are you truly following Christ? Are you truly following Christ? Have you truly denied yourself? Have you truly picked up the cross? And are you truly following him? Ask yourself that question. Audit yourself with the scriptures. Look at the fruit in your life and ask yourself, have you denied yourself? Have you took up your cross? And are you following him? I hope that blesses you, and I hope it gives room for you to think. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, would you? Would you subscribe? You have the ability to create my audience. And if you do subscribe, can you put in the comments, I've subscribed, and I will comment back to you and thank you. And while you're subscribing, can you hit the notification bell and share it maybe? God bless you, and I hope this blesses you. Deny the flesh, pick up the cross. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.